We begin in Angel Grove, home of the Power Rangers, their families, and their friends. Well, at least it was their home, because today, the city has vanished. Zack blames himself for what happened. At that moment, Superman arrives and tells him that none of this is his fault, then urges him to stand up. We go back 36 hours earlier, inside the Power Rangers Command Center. Everyone is gathered when Zordon informs them that Alpha has disappeared. He had gone out to scan the area some time ago, and he hasn't returned since. The Rangers must go out and search for him. After a brief search, Zack finds Alpha, but there's a problem. Alpha is suffering from a short circuit. Zack reports the situation immediately and brings him back to the base. Zordon asks if there were any signs of a battle, but Zack admits he didn't pay attention to that. He was only focused on getting Alpha back. Something is terribly wrong with Alpha. His body begins to melt. Zordon realizes something isn't right and orders Zack to get Alpha out of the command center immediately. Before he can do anything else, Alpha explodes. Fortunately, no one is seriously injured. Zack barely manages to stand, but the worst is yet to come. Lord Zedd has arrived at the Rangers' base. Zack struggles to his feet and, as soon as he can, morphs into the Black Ranger. Facing Lord Zedd's soldiers, Zack fights with all his strength, but ends up taking a brutal beating. In the middle of the struggle, he takes advantage of a distraction and grabs Zedd by the arm, teleporting him out of the command center. During the jump, Zack lets go, causing them to fall into completely different locations. The rest of the Rangers arrive at the base and morph to battle the remaining minions. As they fight, Zordon updates them on Zack's situation. In an unknown location, the Black Ranger is fighting two of Lord Zedd's soldiers who were teleported with him. Suddenly, a bright light approaches. Batman has arrived. He tells Zack to lower his weapon. Zack has been transported to another world, Gotham City. When he sees Batman, he assumes he's one of Zedd's monsters. Batman once again tells him to lower his weapon, but the Ranger refuses and attacks. Batman defends himself with ease. The Ranger isn't much of a threat to him, and Batman quickly gains the upper hand. At that moment, a bright light appears. The other Power Rangers have arrived and demand that Batman let their friend go. Outnumbered, Batman decides to call for help from Flash, who is surprised by the request. Shockingly, the Power Rangers are actually managing to give Batman a hard time. Flash speeds over and joins the fight. After several hits, Batman is knocked to the ground and seems unable to do much against them. The Blue Ranger explains to Zack that their teleporter was damaged and accidentally brought them into this dimension. Suddenly, a large red bolt strikes, and the Rangers' weapons vanish. Flash has arrived. Batman tells Flash to stand back. He heads to the Batmobile and fires one of his weapons, causing a small explosion that hits the Rangers, though the damage is minor and no one is injured. It's time to retreat, but Zack refuses because he brought Lord Zedd into this dimension, and they can't just leave him here. Kimberly calls on her pterodactyl Zord and climbs aboard. Flash can't believe what he's seeing and contacts the Watchtower. Cyborg responds, and Flash tells him they need help. They're facing a hostile group of enhanced beings, and, on top of that, Batman has just been kidnapped by a giant pink flying robot dinosaur. The other Rangers remain on the ground, wondering where the red speedster went. Kimberly soars through the skies, but her path is cut off by Superman, who has arrived to rescue his friend and demands she land immediately. Green Lantern John Stewart arrives with Flash, and Flash briefs him on the situation. John creates a barrier with his ring to trap them, but the Rangers summon their Zords, which shatter the barrier by repeatedly attacking it. Green Lantern tries to hold them back with his ring's power, but the barrier is destroyed by the Zords' relentless assault. John plummets from the sky, though Flash manages to save him. Cyborg joins the fight and fires blasts at one of the dinosaurs, telling Flash to do whatever he can while he attacks. Jason launches an assault on Cyborg, but John recovers and knocks him away. Flash, using his speed, races into the Red Ranger's cockpit, pulls him out of the Zord, and is about to strike him when Superman stops him. Meanwhile, Kimberly contacts her teammates and urges them to stop. They're not the enemy. Wonder Woman is inside the pterodactyl Zord with Kimberly, and the two have an intense conversation. Eventually, everyone regroups, and Zack apologizes for attacking Batman. He only did it because he saw him as a threat. After all, good guys smile at the end. The Rangers explain their situation. They cannot leave this dimension because Lord Zedd is here, and they must stop him. Meanwhile, Zedd explores this new world and encounters Brainiac. The two talk and realize they share the same goal, to conquer the universe. Lord Zedd proposes an alliance to defeat their enemies. Back in Gotham City, Zack still doesn't understand how Batman can be a hero when he's so unpleasant. Superman explains that Batman can be intense, especially with strangers. Suddenly, Cyborg detects something alarming. Superman hears the whole world speaking. Tokyo, Egypt, Ireland, and many more cities are under attack by monsters. Superman immediately takes off and announces that they are facing a planet-wide invasion. Batman becomes furious and blames Zack for everything. After all, he brought them here. Zack accepts responsibility and promises to help fight them. After all, that's what they do. Superman arrives in Egypt and confirms that a monster is attacking every major city on Earth. Batman deduces that the enemies are trying to split them up. Diana replies, "Then let's split up." Batman hesitates, but Jason says there must be another way. They need to be separated yet united at the same time. They are still linked to their teleporters, meaning they can be sent to any city on the planet, allowing each Ranger to face a monster alongside a Justice League member. Batman refuses, saying he doesn't know them well enough to fight by their side, and besides, this isn't their world. Jason responds, "Maybe this isn't our world, but it's definitely our fight." With Cyborg's help, the Rangers access the League's communication systems. The Green Ranger tells Batman there's no time to argue, lives are at stake. "If you don't want to work with us, then stay out of our way." Cyborg coordinates the team's transport to the different cities under attack. But just as he's about to teleport Batman and the Black Ranger, something infiltrates the Watchtower systems. Teleportation is no longer possible. They'll have to travel aboard the Mastodon Zord. In Australia, Supergirl, Jessica Cruz, and other heroes are already battling giant monsters. Zack and Batman arrive, but Batman can't identify what kind of creature it is. Zack explains that Lord Zedd can transform anything into a monster, but Batman notices that what they're seeing isn't from Earth. In Japan, Diana punches one of the creatures and asks if there's an easier way to defeat them. Kimberly replies that she should just keep hitting them. The monsters can't withstand the attacks forever. Across the globe, heroes are fighting with everything they've got. Cyborg receives an alert. Orbital alarms have been triggered. Something else is entering Earth's atmosphere. Small objects begin falling from space everywhere. The Red Ranger's Zord is attacked. Superman realizes they're Brainiac's drones, which start swarming all the Zords. Once inside the cockpits, the drones disable the systems and strip the Rangers of their morphers. Diana tries to contact Kimberly but gets no response. She reaches out to Flash and asks him to get the Rangers out of their Zords. Diana realizes Brainiac has taken control. Batman arrives just in time with Zack and pulls him from his Zord. Suddenly, the robot vanishes. Batman contacts the rest of the League. Superman scans the area but finds no trace, not of Brainiac, the Zords, or the monsters. They've all disappeared. Batman realizes they are no longer in this dimension. They've left now that they have what they were after. At the Watchtower, everyone debates and searches for a way to travel to the Power Rangers dimension. To do that, they head to Switzerland, where there is a machine capable of opening a portal. Superman is the first to enter the facility and speaks to the scientists in charge, asking them for the machine. Flash promises that once they're done, they'll return it. The idea is to collide two particles and align them perfectly to open a gateway to another universe for a brief moment. However, that's only a theory. The scientist doubts they can pull it off, but Superman tells him they'll need everyone's support. He believes in them. Flash is a brilliant scientist. Green Lantern is an architect. Diana possesses the wisdom of Athena, and Batman, well, Batman is Batman. There's nothing more to add about him. They are all the best at what they do. If they weren't, they wouldn't be here. It's time to send these heroes back to their world so they can save it. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe for more content like this. I'm TJ Prime, and see you in the next video.